Hi guys, I'm Kevin.
And I'm Dave, a big thank you for joining us. We've been playing a whole lot of God of War on the PlayStation 4. Our early thoughts and discussion or opinions on this are coming right up. And also, there's something I'm not particularly happy about with this game. It's incoming.
Wait, boy.
It's Sindri. Can you kill something that big?
If we can catch it off balance.
I can distract him.
If you're not familiar with God of War, it's actually this particular one is set in the world of Midgard. It's a role-playing game set from a third-person point of view. And that's pretty much from the first time in the series you got this kind of over-the-shoulder look, and
it's a continuous right away from the start of the game to the end. There's no cut.
That is correct. But more importantly, this story is based around not just Kratos himself, but he's got a son in Atreus, and he has got to be like his mentor.
He has got to be. Well, he's got to be his father and mentor. Yeah, which is a bit hard for him because he was quite a nasty one in the last few
He was
games.
nasty, but now he's got he tries to have the good elements come about him, and obviously that's quite a struggle. We've seen that on some of the trailers and whatever leading up to this, but it has its funny moments. But yeah, he's quite a harsh character. But this is actually also it's kind of an open world. It's not actually open world. It's more known as
everyone's calling it a hub world.
A hub world.
Which it's got like linear parts which you think you're sort of freeing, which open out to the actual fights or lead to everything.
Yeah. You can't really go off track with it, but the good thing is you are free to explore, but at the same time,
it's a massive world. Though.
It's a clever way to lead you through it. But ultimately, you're going to be travelling around everywhere on this little boat across the lake, going to all the different areas, and you are free to explore them and come back to the places
at any time.
Any time. And this is also set around the Norse mythology. For those of you that know, it was in the Greek mythology in the previous God of War. So this has now gone into the Norse mythology.
Which is more ogres and trolls and things.
Yeah, precisely. So, your cave trolls, brilliant. We'll get onto them later. But as far as the RPG element of the game, I was worried before the game came out. I thought it wasn't going to go very much in depth, but boy, it goes way more in depth than even. And we're quite a lot into this. We're a good 10-12 hours into this game already, and it goes way more than I thought. All the kind of stuff you'd expect. Obviously, the downer being you haven't got many weapons, but from the armor point of view, you get to do all sorts of different things.
The upgrading and things on the armor, and that is brilliant. Yeah, I think. So,
yeah, the upgrading it's not so bad at all. You can upgrade the armor in a number of kind of ways, but you got two brother blacksmiths within this game. Like have the shop.
Yeah,
so to speak.
quite cool.
They are quite funny. They have their. They don't tend to. I don't think they don't really like each other, but
no.
From the armor point of view, if you want to like the armor, you use something in the game called Hack Silver.
That's what you can pick up on the ones you kill or in chests around. You build up to help you upgrade, get rid
pretty much a lot of the upgrading and that, the upgrading, the unlocking of the skills is done actually more through the experience points.
So both of them seem to work one with the other, don't they?
They do, yeah. So it's pretty much all about hack silver and experience points. But when you do get that silver, don't really hold on to it. It doesn't really do anything. You're better off spending.
Yeah, I did like that fact, and the fact you can like buy a piece of armor, and you can only like level up to what you are. And what happens is when you suddenly want a new bit of armor, you can sell the old bits. So you
can sell the old bits, but it's also good to actually hold on to them because they have all sorts of. I mean, these armors they have all sorts of different perks, and whatever your kind of playing style is, then it's great to have that variety in there. I wasn't expecting it to go as much in depth. I mean, like all the armor, upgrading all this and that, and not just Kratos, but also Atreus. Do not forget to level up Atreus. He's a lot more handier.
Just because he looks small and he's only got his bow and he's a boy, that don't mean anything, does it?
No, it don't. He comes very handy in combat and on puzzles.
Yeah. I've not had him die on me yet. Hopefully he won't. But apparently can. But it's very hard to kill him.
Yeah.
And you do get warnings to sort of protect him. So.
Yeah. So as far as upgrading him goes, you've also, if you wanted to understand where you're getting these experience points, it's not just going through battles and that, but you've got something called favors within this game, which are actually basically just side quests.
Yeah.
And even if you the good thing is if you're going off and doing them, you're not stuck to just doing them. You can go back and venture onto the main quests.
You wouldn't know you're on a side quest. They're so epic. I mean, the whole world is epic when you're in it, and the side quests do not feel like that. That's why they class them as favours, I think, so you actually feel more like what they are. There's some, brilliant fights and things to be had, and great things to, like the ruins and that to
we'll get onto that in a minute. And the other thing is when you are going through the whole menu screens of upgrading all your stuff, and again we'll go down the route of the ruins and all the special abilities before you I want to get that. There's a preview window there in your menu, which is a nice little neat touch, which we've seen in other games like Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed had that.
If you was going to get an extra ability or skill, you see it there in the preview window. You think, I like that. I'm having it.
That's it. Yeah, you got like the one where you chop them in half, and you actually get to see that. So that's what you're actually going to buy as a skill or pick.
But ultimately, we're both actually very impressed. All right, it's not as in depth as other RPG games, and was never expecting it to be. But was pleasantly surprised just how in depth, especially mainly from the armor point of view, that does really go.
Yeah, I think it's the feeling like you're in the game and the quality of the game, which actually stands out from other games, and that's definitely to me.
Going on from that, the combat side of it, yet again, I was very, very worried. In the previous games, Kratos obviously had the double chain blades, which we know that he loses them at the back end. It's kind of like, what have they now got him equipped with? Well, it's this axe. If you're not familiar, I can't remember. Leviathan axe or axe. The point of this axe is, I'm thinking, is that it? He's just got an axe and a bit of fist fighting.
It freezes things and that, doesn't it?
It has a lot of magic abilities. See, this axe isn't just any simple axe.
No.
It's a bit of a rip-off from the old Marvel 4, where with this axe, he throws it long range and he can call it straight back into his hand. Now, my worry there was it was going to get a bit too repetitive, but it didn't feel too repetitive.
Well, I liked you could throw it into a tree or something, or into somebody, and go run off, do a bit of fist fighting for a while. Yeah, really get stuck in there, and then call it back again. So you didn't have to be whack, whack, whack with the blade all the time.
No, you didn't, and you've also got your shield. You could.
That's true. Yeah,
that is another functioning weapon. You can do quite a bit of damage with that as well. Yeah. And yet again, on the combat side, while you're worrying about that, don't forget your little son Atreus, because just by pressing the square button, he in combat will help you in a few different ways. His main way being that it's like stunning the enemy.
Yeah, if you can't get near someone or you ought to do a run at somebody, he can put them off quickly.
Distractions. A lot of it is distraction based, and yet again, he's leveling up and he becomes more sophisticated as it is going on.
Well, that's it. You can level him up and he improves in himself as well. He gets better and better as you go.
He does, and with the attacks that Kratos actually has, there's a special attack there called the runic attack, and as you can imagine, you get like a more powerful attack in that, and these attacks were way better than what I thought they were going to be. We tried our hardest not to really watch much of this content before the game came out, and I watched little bits. I was worried, but now I'm pleasantly surprised on it. And the other thing about the axe is there's a couple of slots in there. You want to know what we can do in the way of upgrading it. Well, you can't do what I feel is too much, which is what my biggest gripe was. But these slots,
you can upgrade sort of the hard hits and the light hits, can't you?
You can do some leveling up on the axe. There isn't a whole lot other to do apart from the two slots that you got, which is the heaven and light. You actually put the runes into the slots.
Or sockets, as they call
sockets,
them.
whatever you want to call it.
A bit like Horizon Zero Dawn. Quite a few other RPGs all have a similar thing.
And even the runes can be upgraded, and there's a lot of runes to actually find and explore throughout the world map through side quests and puzzles and whatever have you. And now you can choose these runes depending on what you feel like you want. That gives you a special unique ability.
when you learn to use them,
against particular enemies as well.
Yeah, that's something actually I did see someone say somewhere about the journal isn't actually just a useless journal in this. It will have a bit, and it tells you if you come up against something, it'll have a little bit in there that tells you what's the best way of killing them, which is quite a handy thing to know, because sometimes the books just have loads of sort of history of the ancestors or something. Something ain't really a lot of good in the game, unless you're really into it and just want to read for hours. But to be able to quickly look and see, yeah, the axe will kill it if I put this through and then attack it in this way, maybe chop its head off to kill it, is the best way.
Precisely. And going back to the very start of this episode, I said I've got a bit of a gripe or something that I'm not particularly happy with, and that is going back to Kratos' axe. Why couldn't we have been given something else to fight with? Why? Well, I mean, it's an RPG. Surely it couldn't have been too hard. I mean, you got the axe. Give him something else. A baton, a sword,
you got melee.
You got the melee. You got the shield.
The axe for close up and long distance things because you can throw it. So it's his ranged weapon.
It's a ranged weapon, and it doesn't deal a lot of damage. It's just again is more of a distraction. I'm not finding it. That's just maybe me. I don't know.
I think that's probably because they want you to actually be fighting these great big monsters and ogres and things
and trolls,
because you feel the size. If you were far away just using your bow and arrow, but you have got Atreus with the bow and arrow, which can
but you don't actually really control much of Atreus. It's more like you're looking at an enemy, and Atreus, when you press the square button, will normally try and take down that enemy or stun him or distract him. Other than that, I would have personally liked another weapon or something in there just for a bit more diversity. That's just me.
Yeah.
But going back onto them trolls as well, that was a nice little touch there, because I was expecting before the game came out, I see these big monsters and I thought it was just literally they were going to be like big bad bosses that you got at the end of like a quest or something, but they weren't. You can actually just stroll through the game on the side quest and come up against one of these trolls. And that was a neat little touch. That was a nice surprise.
They all have slight differences.
They do. And the biggest tip from me is you can get such a thing called a resurrection stone if you're not aware of it. So if you die, I mean, there's a cheat there already, because this game you can actually save continuous pretty much whenever you want throughout the whole game.
That's a nice little
thing. Is a neat little touch. So normally a lot of people would save the game, they died 2 minutes later, they go back to and load it up to where they died. Or now you can get a resurrection stone, which you can only hold one at a time. If you die, go and resurrect yourself.
Yeah. That's it. If you're trying to get past something and you're just not strong enough, you can use that as a kind of cheat.
Yeah.
If you really can't get through it, you can just go back to your save before, maybe go back and level up somewhere, and then come back and fight it when you're a bit better.
Definitely.
Because the other thing is that the monsters don't level up with you. They are the levels they're at. You have to level up to beat them. You can't just go rushing through.
You can't go rushing. There is an element of tactical awareness there, because you can actually still stand a chance. It depends how good you are. But this game is difficult enough as it is. Normally, I play games on normal to hard difficulty. Yeah. This, I'm finding a challenge on normal, which is a good thing. I feel like there's more longevity there.
Definitely.
And yet again, with this game, it takes apparently about 20-25 hours to complete.
Yeah, so we're not even halfway.
We're not even halfway. And they say if you want to try and complete it 100%, you can look at double that amount of time. Yeah, again, I was worried about that. I thought we're waiting all this time for this game, and I was thinking, it's going to be like a 12-hour thing. And no, it's massive. This game is huge.
Yeah. The fact that it's not open world doesn't actually detract from it at all.
No.
It still feels huge, and you can openly walk from hub to hub and different areas whenever you like.
Yeah, and that's the good thing as well, because even when you've completed the game, you're free to go back to all those areas and re-explore and find all the hidden treasures and the little things that you've missed.
The details in the rocks and everything.
Graphically, the game is one of the best so far. But you'd expect that PS4's been out for a few years now, and now they're getting to that peak part, I think, of the console.
The HDR on the Pro is on a 4K.
Wow, definitely. Wow. Other than that, the game flows really nice. It's nice, smooth, not overly done on the cutscenes. Plenty of gameplay so far.
Yeah, apparently it's held at 30 frames a second because they couldn't run it at 60. There's so much detail in it, but that doesn't detract from it. I haven't really noticed that, to be honest.
No, it certainly doesn't. But anyway, that is our early thoughts. Let us know what your early thoughts are. If you've been playing the game, if you've not been playing the game, are you going to be purchasing God of War? Because we can certainly say, hand on heart, this will be tough to beat, especially this year.
There are people just buying the PlayStation to play this
this game, and I don't blame them, because PS4 has some great exclusives coming out this year anyway, of which we will be covering some of them later on this year. But
this could be one of the biggest ones. So
it could. Could be. It probably will be.
Probably is.
Everyone's already reviewing it massively already.
Unless something big comes out E3, who knows?
We'll be covering that as well. But let us know what you think in the comments below. Hit the like button for us as well, because that really helps us out here at HypeTrain. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.
Catch you on the flip side.